8 years after its announcement, it's finally happening. If you were well versed in the gaming world back in 2014, it is very likely you might have heard of Dead Island 2. Unfortunately, kids and adults alike have been unable to play this game for quite a while now. Why? The undead action game was announced in 2014, but it was later rescheduled. To add insult to injury, the game has switched developers and then vanished from the map in the most literal sense. Publisher Deep Silver insisted that the game was still in progress for the longest time. However, in 2021, it was revealed that Dead Island 2, if it ever happens, will be an Impressive Games store exclusive. Techland, Yager, and Deep Silver. Techland has been credited as the creators of the first-person zombie experience, creating the cult classics such as Dead Island 1, 2011, and Dead Island Riptide, 2013. Since these games were so well received that developer Techland and publisher Deep Silver started their work for the second installment of Dead Island. Deep Silver's creative producer, Sebastian Reichert, stated in an interview that Techland had already begun pre-coding for the new game. However, this synergy was soon to be disturbed. Due to some undisclosed reasons, a rift between the two parties led to Techland starting a new project, Dying Light franchise, leaving Dead Island 2 in its infancy stage. Deep Silver scrambled to find a new developer who would be willing to take over the Dead Island IP. In 2012, after a successful pitch, Yager was chosen to be the new developer for the game. The company started to work on the game, hence we saw the first trailer and its first synopsis in 2014 E3. The game had developed fast, with work starting at the end of 2012 and a potential release date somewhere in 2015. First game demo. The studio introduced its first gameplay in mid-2014. However, the reviews were mixed. Many players felt that the zombie areas were underwhelming and not up to par with its competitors available in the market. The game promised the players epic weapons, yet the firearms lacked the oomph factor. Many players remarked that the game's overall feel was off and how animated and cartoony it looked. They definitely needed to up their game. A rocky start gets even rockier. At the start of April 2015, the initial launch year, Deep Silver came out with a statement stating that the game would be delayed until 2016. The report said that the companies had always had big goals and ideas for this game, and after intense scrutiny, they realized the game had not achieved those goals. To make up for that, they would be redeveloping the game and launching it in the subsequent year. Little did the fans know that this would become one of the many delays that would plague this franchise. Mere months after the delay announcement, developer Yager came forward with a Facebook post stating that they and Deep Silver will be parting ways. They said that they and Deep Silver had different perspectives on how the game should be, leading to conflicts that were impossible to resolve. Yet again, Deep Silver was in the market for a new developer. In 2016, Deep Silver and Sumo Digital started working together on the project. Not a lot is known about what Sumo Digital was going to change about the game. However, according to sources, the company would use Yager's version and build off of it. In mid-2018, after THQ's takeover, many speculated that Dead Island 2 would yet again see a change in developers. This speculation was turned into reality when a post came out stating that Dambuster Studio would now be lead developers. Can't seem to stick with one studio, can they? Leaks. The gaming industry is in no way new to leaks, but to the dismay of the fans, some parts of the game were leaked. Many users went online to complain about how patiently they waited for a proper release, and now this experience has been marred by a leak. This leak originates from the YouTuber Tom Henderson, who has previously correctly leaked and reported on games such as Battlefield 2042. Henderson has supposedly spoken with Dead Island 2 developers, who claim that the game is progressing well and could be released in the coming year or so. According to Henderson's YouTube video, a proper Dead Island 2 reveal, or re-reveal as the case may be, could take place fairly soon with a kind of playable demo. Dead Island 2 trailers, media coverage, and marketing being released soon after its most significant competitor, Dying Light 2, would strongly indicate how confident the present developer, Dambuster Studios, is in the game. This would appear to be before or during the E3 timeframe. Henderson also reveals that the game starts on a plane during a zombie outbreak, which causes it to crash into Hollywood and forces players to survive both the crash and the outbreak. Prominently, the game's first synopsis implied that the entire state of California had been quarantined, and the game may be building on that. Henderson claims that Dead Island 2 will be released in Q4 of 2022 or Q1 of 2023. He also mentions that if there are any development issues, it could be released in early 2023, but this is a reality of the gaming industry now. Unless something unexpected happens, Dead Island 2 is expected to be released in late 2022. Overall, it sounds very promising. promising, and Dead Island 2 fans will be hoping that it lives up to their great expectations. It's worth noting that Dead Island 2 pre-orders are still available years after the game's initial announcement. For those who have patiently waited to play this game since the day it was first announced, you might not have to wait that long. The game might just be around the corner. With that being covered, let's have a look at what else has been brewing in the gaming industry thus far. Mad Max 2 could have been in the works. Mad Max, Avalanche's open-world Australian apocalypse sim that was released in 2015, managed to turn out to be quite good, and it infamously sold quite well. However, there was never a follow-up. Following its release, Avalanche brought back to the Just Cause series, created Rage 2 for Bethesda, and is now collaborating on Contraband, a 1970s smuggling simulator. Last week, however, die-hard Wasteland warriors were given a ray of hope when a photo reportedly taken during the production of Mad Max 2 was posted to social media. Call of Duty Warzone has started to nerf tricksters' guns so they can't kill players anymore. Anti-cheat endeavors in Call of Duty Warzones are most often seen in the form of ban waves, in which developers clean house, at least temporarily, by slamming thousands of cheaters at once. But that system is reliant on data. How can you send out a ban wave unless you recognize who to ban? The most recent Ricochet anti-cheat update reveals how developers obtain that data without allowing cheating people to profit from it. Warzone's development team employ a variety of in-game mitigations to prevent cheaters from wreaking havoc on legitimate players while they figure out how to deal with them. Damage Shield is the most recent means of achieving this. It is an intriguing in-game trap that doesn't kick cheaters, but instead restricts them from doing critical damage to anyone else in the game. According to an Activision representative, this means their overall serious damage output has been dramatically decreased. Valheim exposes its new Frost Caves to the Viking public. Valheim was named PC Gamer's Game of the Year for 2021, and for good reason. It came out of nowhere to establish itself as the Viking of co-op and to slay mythical Norse monsters. A year after its launch, the game has received regular updates, the most notable of which was Hearth and Home, and now it is expanding its world with Frost Caves. On Valheim's Steam public test branch, the Frost Caves update is now available. Any player who wants to participate can do so by right-clicking the game in their library, going to Properties, then Betas, and entering the code, "Yes, I made backups." After that, you'll be able to access the public test branch. Making a backup of your regular saves, as the password suggests, is a good idea. If all this sounds like too much trouble, rest assured that it will be available in the regular game very soon. The update will result in the creation of new locations in players' worlds, as well as the appearance of the Frost Caves biome in relatively undiscovered areas. The Frost Caves are bitterly cold dungeons with 3 new enemy types: wolves, cultists, and bats, new building and crafting loot, and a new event called ominously, "You Stirred the Cauldron." Maybe you should just make a nice warm soup. The patch also optimizes the game for Steam Deck, adds full controller support, and gives single player a pause button. Regarding quality of life improvements, the building marker is more suitable and indicates piece rotation, it's easier to close a chat, and Corpse Run gives carry weight bonus to compensate for the unequipped belt, are some things I even have no idea what it means. That's a wrap for this video. Are you excited about the release of Dead Island 2? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.